Hello and welcome. In this series of videos, I'm gonna try to explain certain aspects of the game of Evospace. And as on here, I'm going to explain the basic difference between producers, converters, and consumers. So let's go to it. Producer is something that takes fuel, some resources, and turn into something. The most basic one is the simple stone furnace, where you place coal, coke, or wood, and it's gonna burn, generate, heat it. So it is producing stuff. I'll not use the term generator because we have already the generators to make it as this, so it might be confusing. As I show you, we have the stone formula that takes any type of bubble and converts it into heat. We have the fluid version, it's the same thing but for fluids. But take fluid like creosote from your ovens and turn into heat. And later on, you can have some engines that can burn fuel to generate lots of kinetic energy. Those are the producers. On the side of that, we have converters. In this case here, the steam engines here. They take one resource and convert into another one. Like copy a steam engine, will take heat and convert it into kinetic. However, there is a loss here. It has a 10% loss. So for every 100 heat we inserted, only 900 heat is going to come out. And just like the other one, we take the primary producer and turn into something else. We also have the electric furnace here that takes electricity as fuel and turn into heat. Oh, I see the problem. I'm going to take my word for it. It's converting electricity into heat, but it's not a very effective way. But you're going to learn it after that. As I show you, there is some kind of loss when producing it, but not when you're converting it, not producing it. But producing don't have that loss. Here we have a stone furnace that is running coke. As you can see, it lasts for 30 seconds and produce 900 kilowatts, 900 watts per second. And if you look into the coke description, it says that the total variable it has for caloric is 12 kilojoules or kilowatts in this case. The steel one is going to produce 3.6 kilowatts of power, 4 times the amount of this one here. But it's only going to burn 6 seconds, so it's half of the time. But wait a minute. If this produces 4 times the amount of power in half of time, I did not lose energy. The next one produces double the amount of power. This one he produced 7.2, but it's also 4 seconds. And into the stainless steel, we have 14.4 kilowatts per second by 3 seconds. But on this basic value is 12K, yes. So this is actually producing 3 times the amount of energy the coke would give us into a stone furnace. And so there is no loss, that's only gain. So in case of producers, same thing with the combustion engine, that into the basic form that is the aluminum, it turns half liter of methane into 8 kilowatts by 1.3 seconds. As you upgrade it here, it's gonna double the amount of produce, but reduce the process time by 130. So you're always going to get more. So upgrade your producers is always okay. The converters are also okay because the loss is the base value of it. You don't lose, you don't convert more than you need and lose more. You just can deal with bigger numbers because the early ones are not very much conversion. But of course, sometimes of conversions can cause you a great loss. You have a way to make electricity that is using steam. Is one of the most basic one and the most reliable. But as you might expect, it's also the one with the most loss. Because first we're gonna take a furnace to produce electricity, so we're gonna burn that coke to have 12K. Then we're gonna use a boiler to convert that heat with water into steam. So we are converting it, so I'm gonna lose 10%. Then the steam is going to come into this steam turbine here that's going to convert the steam into kinetic energy. So another conversion, so another loss. And then finally, the steel generator gonna convert the kinetic energy into electricity, so another loss. So 10%, 20%, 30% loss. So the 12K I could get from this single coke here is gonna become way less. Let's just wait a little bit. Fuel is out. Steam is almost exhausted. The turbine is stopping. Generator is not spinning. And we end up with the 8.3 kilojoules of it. 8.5 kilojoules of it. Power. So we got our 30% loss, but this is the most loss way because we got lost 30% here, and to be able to use it in something like an electric engine, for example, you need to convert again electricity in something else. Or in this case here, the electric furnace. They're gonna be another loss. But electricity is the most convenient way, so it is a well-received loss. I'm going to show you that the producers that don't have this problem here. The solar takes solar energy and convert it directly into energy. So you don't lose anything and you don't lose anything. So it's very good. And very late in the game, you can buy the big techs that are infinity source of heat. Since it is infinity and you don't have to do anything after you build it, it is very powerful. Now, the last part is consumers. Consumers are machines or the tough stuff that they take some kind of energy and use it to make something. In this case, you have our copper hammer that is using kinetic energy to break copper ore into copper gravel. As you can see here, it says that they're gonna consume 240 watts of power during 11 seconds to break one copper ore into gravel. But there's a copper one. The next here is steel one, like here. However, this is gonna cost you 480 watts of power, so 2 times the amount of energy the previous one required, and the speed is just 1.5, so 8 seconds. So this consumes double the amount of energy, but only a little bit faster. So in this case, upgrading the consumers is not a good deal initially. Later on, we have little things to deal with it that might be able to actually invest in it. But for now, I'm not going to talk about it. So this is it. Producers take fuel and make something out of it. Normally, the majority is heat. Some make directly kinetic energy in the motors. Converter is gonna take one type of power, normally heat into kinetic or kinetic into electricity or other stuff, or electricity into heat or kinetic at a loss of 10%. But such is life. And consumers are gonna consume it to make something, but increase the tier of the machine. Not a good idea early on because they're gonna consume a lot more power than the normal version by working only a little faster. But in some cases, it actually might be necessary because some ores take a long time to the basic form, like the iron to above is 50 seconds, so it might take too long to break. So upgrading to a steel one to lose 5 to go down 5 seconds of it might be a good idea for a little more power. But I'm gonna avoid the problem of the logistic problem of having many machines of low tier. So this is all for now. This is Lingard. Thanks so much for watching.